Hello students, welcome back into the another session of CS22 operating system concepts using Linux and Unix. As all of you know that we are discussing about unit number 5, that is various Unix shell commands. We have completed with many internal shell commands of Unix, and the last topic that we have discussed is various communication commands like telnet, wall, mtoad, write mail, news and finger. Now in today's session we are going to start with the group of process related commands as indicated into the prescribed syllabus of Saurashtra University. Various shell commands that we have to discuss under this category are ps, background, nice, kill, at, patch, cron, tab, wait and sleep command as selected onto the screen. So let's start with the same. Now as you can see onto the screen, we'll go in detail about all the commands by discussing the theory, then the syntax, and then we'll execute that particular command over the local terminal. As some of the commands in Linux can be performed over the network computers, so whatever the commands are possible that we will do in this today's session. So let's start with the first one, that is ps command. The theory of ps command says that this particular command is used to display the current running processes onto the screen, which has been handled by Linux operating system internally. So for that, what we have to do, over the terminal window simply type a keyword for this particular command, that is ps. Syntax of this ps command is very simple. There are no parametric values we have to pass for this particular command, so just simply type ps and press enter. It will show one output onto the screen which contains three things, total four things. Number one is process ID, which is indicated as a PID. Second is TTY, that is terminal. Third one is the time of execution, and fourth is the command. So right now there are two processes are getting executed by the Linux operating system internally, that is 1936.2206 on PS2 PTS/2 terminal on a current time, and the command which handles by these particular processes are base and ps command itself. As you can see, I have fired the command called ps, that's why it considered as a one process and shows the same onto the screen. So let's revise. ps is an internal process related command into the Linux which displays current processes which has been handled by Linux operating system onto the screen. Next command is a nice command. Nice is a program found on Linux and Unix like operating systems such as Linux. It directly mapped to the kernel call of the same name. Nice is used to invoke a utility or shell with a particular priority by giving a process less CPU time than the other processes. This is the functionality of nice. So the syntactical part of nice is simple. Keyword itself is nice, so I'm just writing nice onto the screen and just press enter. It returns 0 onto the screen as there are no priorities is assigned by the operating system to the particular process, because only the single process of terminal is executing right now, so it returns 0 onto the screen. Next one is kill command. This is very important command and even it can be asked into the university examination. The theory of kill command says that the kill command is used on Linux and Unix like operating system to terminate process without having log out the user or rebooting the computer. This is a superior command found into the Linux operating system which is capable to terminate any process without any confirmation or restarting and rebooting the system. The syntax of kill command is kill is the keyword, press enter. It contains various parametric values like minus s, minus n, job specification, process specification. That means simply type kill space and give the process ID, that is 2202, as indicated on first two lines. One process is already executed. Press enter. This process is already terminated, so it returns that no such process is executed. Suppose here I type kill terminal. Terminal is not a valid process ID, so it returns argument must have process or job ID. That means we have to give the process ID or job ID. Now suppose I am giving kill 1936. Just observe over here. First I have typed 2202. It indicates that no such process is executed as it is terminated already. Now suppose I am giving 1936. Press enter. It terminates the process ID called 1936. Suppose I type ps command now. Then it has already terminated this particular command and restarted the base command. So that is the purpose of kill. Now next one is at. While working on Linux operating system, we prefer cron tab for scheduling the job generally. There are another utility at command is used, which is very useful for scheduling one time at a task. It read a command from standard input output script file which can be executed later. We cannot perform this particular command practically over here, so just skip it. Next is batch. Batch command examine or delete the job for later execution. The syntax for the same is simple, type batch, that is batch, and press enter, and then give the batch ID. Next is cron. The software utility called cron is a time-based job scheduler in Unix like computer operating system. People who set up and maintain the software environment can use cron to schedule the job to run periodically at a fixed particular date, time or interval. Cron and cron tab both are same. That depends on the time, end date and interval on which you want to execute a specific process. Generally, these two commands are used for the general system maintenance after the completion of job hours. Suppose we want to update the entire operating system once every employee leaves the company, then it could be done using cron and cron tab. Next is wait. Wait command is used to pause any background process for the specific given of time. Last is sleep. Sleep is a single line Unix command that suspend the program execution for a specific time. Sleep and kill is different. Kill permanently terminates the process, while sleep terminate the process for a specific time. So we have to give 3 parametric values for executing this particular command, that is hour, minute and second. Next group of commands are a concept of mounting a file, that is a mount command. This is very important. We can perform it, we cannot perform it practically, we'll see it theoretically. The mount command is used to mount any storage device, external storage device, which can be accessible into the system for its directory sector, and we can store any information in that particular file. Again, I am repeating my word. Mount command is used to mount any external storage device into the current operating system, which is not a permanent hardware of this system, that we can do using mount command. Say for example, in Windows, suppose we attach a pen drive, automatically it get mounted over the operating system and it shows a separate later drive for that particular device. But in Linux, that could be done using the mount command. And suppose we want to detach that particular device from the operating system, then using the unmount command we can do the same. So this was all about the commands. In this we have discussed about the two commands, that is called as mount and unmount command, and all these are the group of command in unit number 5. So all the commands of unit number 5 is completed over here. That means unit number 5 is completed over here, called Unix shell commands. Now without wasting more time, we are going to start with the unit number 6, that is text editing using VI editor. So let's start with the same. It contains this selected number of topics, that is introduction to VI editor, modes in VI editor, switch mode in VI, cursor movement, screen control commands, entering text using cut, copy and paste into the VI editor. Now why this VI editor and its introduction is given? So for that, let's open the relevant PPT for the same. So the introduction of VI editor says that the VI editor is the most popular and basic text editor in Linux family. Below are the some reasons through which it is widely used as a Linux editor. Number 1 is it is available in almost all Linux distribution. That means VI editor is available in almost all the flavors of Linux operating system like Fedora, Puppy Linux, Red Hat, Kali Linux, Ubuntu that we are using, etc. etc. Number 2, it works the same across the different platforms and distribution. That means it doesn't contain any platform dependency for executing this VI editor. Third one is it is user friendly, hence the millions of Linux users love it to use as an editing tool. In VI editor, it mainly contains 3 or 4 types of modes. One is you can create the file, number 2 you can edit the file, and number 3 you can perform copy and paste command in this VI editor. So same is written over here. The VI editor open in this mode and it only understands the command, that is called as open mode. Next is edit mode. In this we can move the cursor and perform the basic cut, copy and paste into the in format of text. Third one is you can make a save changes in this particular VI editor command. Remember one thing, while performing the commands into this editor called VI, all the commands must be case sensitive. We'll do it practically so it becomes more clear for all of us. So basically, as I have indicated that it contains various mode. So first we will discuss about the insert mode. Once by opening the VI editor and by pressing I, automatically VI editor goes into the insert mode. That means through the keyboard, user can insert their text, command or valid logical instruction set for the same. To get exit from this particular mode, we have to press escape key. So let's see how can we do it practically over the terminal window. For that, simply type VI and press enter. It shows one screen on it shows one information onto the screen, that is the name of version, author of that particular VI editor and various parametric value of the VI editor. Now suppose from the keyboard here I press I, then automatically this VI editor goes into the insert mode and you can type anything in this particular file. To save the content which is available in this file, just press escape with exit from the insert mode and press Ctrl D. Let's perform it again. Say for example, first I am enabling the current working directory, that is MVM. Right now in MVM, suppose let me remove the file called test. So MVM directory is empty. Now I am typing VI and giving the file name called student. Press enter. Press I. Store some content in this particular file. Press Ctrl X. First get exit from the insert mode, then press Ctrl Z. Now type ls. File is not created. Why? Let's say again. Clear. ls. There are no files. Type vi. Then the name of file. Suppose now I'm giving test. Press I. Hello students. Press enter. Escape. Ctrl D. Let's see why this particular file is not created. VI test. Okay. This is test. Press enter. Escape. Ctrl Z. ls. Why this file is not created? vi test.txt. I think extension should be given I. Hello students. A content. Press enter. Escape. Ctrl Z. ls. vi test.txt. Whether it opens? No, something is wrong. Let's check. Let's see why this particular file is not saving. Let me close the terminal once. Reopen it. Command is safe. Some syntactical error is there. Let me check. Sorry for the interruption. vi space test, press enter, press I. Now suppose I am using the command called echo, and single inverted comma I am typing hello, press enter, escape, C for the command, Control Z for saving the file. Let's check whether it is created or not. No, it is not created still. Some problem is there. Anyways, leave it right now. I will check the syntax of sh command and then let you know in the next lecture. Right now we are discussing about the various mode of vi command, that we have discussed about insert mode command and command mode. In next lecture we'll go for various other mode in VI, like moving with the file, editing file, deleting the characters, change the command, and cut and copy paste the command. Before that, let me check the syntactical part of this entire VI editor command and let you know in the next lecture. Thank you very much students for listening me, and have a nice day.